Hello friends, today in this video I am going to demonstrate the timestamp based session management, and we will also see that how to regenerate the session ID in Codeigniter framework. And for this I am using a NetBeans tools. Here I have already created one project. In that we will see that in which file we have to change. First, go to the application directory in that config. Now open an autoload.php file. Here in this file, we have to set a library as a session because we are going to perform a session. Now we have to go in config.php file. Here we have to set a base URL of our project. Here we are using localhost and my project name is prac, and this is the index, means the default file. Now move to routes.php file. In this file we have to set our default controller. When our application runs, which controller has to be called at the very first time. These changes are required before performing the session management. Now we actually starts our coding part for the session management. For that I have created two view files. One is to take the value from the form and another view is used to display our session value. And to control this both file and manage the session, I have created one controller. First of all, we will see the controller file. I have created controller file as session underscore controller.php. In that I am having three methods: index method, set session value method, and retrieve session value. In this file, first step is to extend an CI underscore controller so we can access the properties of it. First I have created an index method. In that I have loaded an view named session underscore view. And second method is to store the session value, which the value comes from the form. I have created an associative array. By using this $post, I am taking the value from it and storing in this key. Means it is the name is the key and this is the value which we are storing. Like this way we also store then contact, and this L time is the time at what time the data is stored in our session. And to set the values in session, here we have to use the set underscore user data. This is the method of session, and here we are passing the parameter as a array, and the array contains the values. And after we have storing the values, we are redirect to our base URL, means our index.php file. And last third method is to retrieve the session value. First we get all the session value which is stored in our session by using all underscore user data method, and we are storing is in our array. And then we are checking that the array contains the value or not, means the value is setted or not. If the value is available, then we are accessing the time at what time the value stores in our session, and we are storing that in our one variable. Here, if condition describes that if this page remains idle for more than 20 minutes, then the condition gets true and destroy all the value which is stored in our array, and this array contains the key of all the values which are stored in our session. And this method unset underscore user data is used to destroy or unset the value which is stored in our session, and then we are displaying our message value removed from session and redirecting it to base URL. Here if condition gets false, means the page refresh within the 20 minutes, then the if condition get false and it directly moves to the else part. And here in else part I am updating the time by using set underscore user data, means I am updating the time and I am loading the view, that is display session value, and in the second parameter of view method I am passing an array, and this array contains the session value which is already stored in our session. Now this file is clear to you, and and also understood that why we need this file. Now we will move to the view in that session underscore view.php. Here in this file I have created one text box that is used to take the value from user, and the second for contact, and I have created one button that is used to save the session values. In this form I am specifying an action attribute, and the value is the base URL by adding the session underscore controller which manages the view file and the session management code, and I am calling this set session value method, and I am using post as a method. And in this page I have also created one anchor link that redirect us to retrieve session value, means it is used to display our session value which is stored. So this file is used to take the value from user and redirecting it to set session value to store the session value. Now to display the session value I have created one view, that is display session value.php. In that first of all I am checking that the $name contains the value or the value is setted or not. If the value is setted, then it will display that name, and this $name is comes from here, the key. From this key we are able to access that here, and we can also display our contact number dollar contact. So if the value is setted, then we are able to see the $name and the $contact value. Now here we will see the demonstration for the same. Here I am taking the name and the contact number and saving the values to the session, and now displaying the session value. Now here we are able to see the name and the contact number. Here one more thing is remaining to demonstrate, that how to regenerate the session ID. For that I am using over here session underscore redirect underscore id method that is used to regenerate the session id. For the confirmation, I am displaying over here old session id as well as the new session id after regenerating the session id. To get the session id, I am using the session underscore id method. Now here I am decreasing the time so we can make use of removing the session value after the 10 second of idleness. Now again we will see the demonstration, entering the values and setting the session values. Now displaying the session. Here we can able to see that the old session ID as well as the new session ID and the name as well as the contact number. Here I have given the 10 second. If I am refreshing my page or I am using my page within the 10 second, then the time gets updated and starts again to count the 10 seconds from the page refresh. And here you can see that the session ID gets changed, means regenerating the session ID, and this ID becomes older when I replace or refresh my page. Now wait for 10 seconds and see the result, that if the value is disappear means the remove from the session or not. After this 10 seconds I am refreshing my page again, so I am redirected to home page, that the value is removed from the session and redirect me to the page from where I am starting. From this video you have learned that the time based session management and how to regenerate our session ID. Thank you.